Good evening, students. Today's question from January 31 and 2023 and shift to question this is, and this question is belongs to thermochemistry. Now coming to the question, enthalpies of formation of CCl4, H2O, CO2 and HCl are minus 105, minus 242 and minus 394 and minus 92 kilojoule per mole respectively. Means what they given: enthalpy of formation of CCl4 minus 105, enthalpy of formation of water minus 242 and enthalpy of carbon dioxide minus 394 and enthalpy of formation of HCl minus 92 kilojoule per mole they given. The magnitude of enthalpy of the reaction, means they given this down one reaction they given. For that, what is the enthalpy of this reaction they are asking. So now write down the information from above question. First of all, what they given: delta H formation of CCl4 equal to minus 105 they given. Next, delta H formation of H2O, that is minus 242 kilojoule per mole they given. And next one, delta H formation of CO2 they given minus 394 and delta H formation of HCl they given minus 92 kilojoule per mole. So this is the given information. They asking what is the enthalpy for this reaction. CCl4 plus 2 moles of water gives rise to CO2 plus 4 moles of HCl. For this reaction, what is the enthalpy they are asking. So first of all, write down, based on this information, write down the equations. So delta H formation of CCl4. So delta H enthalpy of formation means what is that? The amount of energy released or absorbed when 1 mole of substance is formed from its constituent elements. For example, CCl4 is formed from its constituent elements. What are the elements in this? Carbon and chlorine. Carbon and chlorine are the constituent elements in the CCl4. So here delta H formation, how much they are given? Delta H value minus 105 they are given. So this is the equation. Now we have to balance this equation. This is formation of CCl4. You have to take, this is 1 mole only. Then you have to balance this side only. Here 1 carbon. Here 4 chlorines are there. So write down 2Cl2. So this is the equation of delta H formation of CCl4. The given value minus 105 kilojoule per mole they given. Next, coming to the water formation. Water is formation from its constituent elements. What are the constituent elements? Hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen in its standard state. Now, this side only 1 mole only. Delta H formation means which substance we are preparing, that one is 1 mole only. Then this side we have to balance this equation. Then 2 hydrogens, and here only 1 oxygen is there. So we have to give half O2. H2 plus half O2 gives rise to H2O. That is delta H equal to, how much they given? Minus 242 kilojoule per mole they given. Next, delta H formation of carbon dioxide. So 1 mole of carbon dioxide is formed from its constituent elements. What is the carbon is in graphite form, is a standard state. So that one we have to take, and oxygen. So carbon in the graphite form plus oxygen, here also graphite form only. Why? Because carbon standard state is a graphite form. So this one. So carbon is combines with oxygen. Carbon dioxide, how many moles is formed? 1 mole. Then how much energy is released for this? Delta H formation of CO2 is the minus 394 kilojoule per mole they given. This is the equation for delta H formation of CO2. Next, what they given? Delta H formation of HCl. HCl, 1 mole of HCl is formed from its constituent elements hydrogen and chlorine. So now balance this equation. Half H2 plus half Cl2 gives rise to 1 mole of HCl. Then here delta H equal to, how much they given? Minus 92 kilojoule per mole they given. So these are the given information. So first of all, this equation, take it as a first equation, second equation and third equation, and this is the fourth equation. Now what they are asking, delta H for the magnitude. Magnitude means that is the positive or negative. We have to take it as a only positive term. The magnitude of enthalpy of the reaction. So for this reaction they are asking. So what is the reaction? CCl4 plus 2 moles of water gives rise to CO2 plus 4 moles of HCl. 4 moles of HCl. Then for this reaction delta H equal to how much? This is the question. For this reaction we have to calculate the delta H value. So now this equation we have to derive from these four equations. So first CCl4 in reactant side we need, but this is in product side. So first equation reverse do it. First equation reverse. Next H2O 2 moles we need, and this is H2O 1 mole, and we need in the reactant side, this is in the product side. So second equation also reverse do it, and 2 moles we need, so into 2 do it. Next CO2 1 mole we need, and it is in product side. Here also CO2 is in 1 mole and it is also in product side only. So write down the third equation like this only. Next HCl is in the product side. Here also HCl is in the product side, but here 4 moles we need. So that's why fourth equation into 4 if you are doing. So total equations if you are doing like this, then we will get this equation. So now delta H value, how to calculate means this total value substitute in this. Negative delta H value for first reaction, that is the minus 105, minus second equation value, that is the minus 242 into 2, plus third equation value, that is the minus 394, plus fourth equation, that is the minus 92 into 4. So this is the delta H value. So now calculate the delta H value. So delta H equal to minus of minus plus 105. This is 105. Next minus of minus plus 242 into 2, that is the plus 484. Next plus into minus 394. Next plus into minus in minus 92 into 4, that is the minus 368. 92 fourths 368. So this is totally, these are the two terms, positive terms, so add it, that is the 589. This is next, these two are the negative terms, added those 12 16 1 762. So now 589 minus 762 if you are doing, you will get the minus 173 you will get. So this is the delta H for this reaction. For this reaction delta H value minus 173 units are kilojoule per mole. So this is the delta H value, means enthalpy, but they are asking magnitude, they are asking. So remove the negative term. So delta H equal to 173 kilojoule per mole. So this is the enthalpy for this reaction by using the given information. First of all, given information we have to write the equations like this. So from this equations we have to derive this equation. So we can derive this equation from these equations like this. First equation reverse do it. Next second equation into 2 and reverse do it, and third equation like that only, and fourth equation into 4 do it. So then we will get the, from these four equations we are getting this equation. So delta H value, how to calculate means those values for first equation, second equation, third equation values they given. So that values only we have to substitute, then delta H for this reaction we will get. So this is the delta H value minus 173 kilojoule per mole came, but they are asking magnitude. So delta H will be that is the positive term, that is the 173 kilojoule per mole. Thank you.